Welcome to Fantasy Legends, my name's Scott, and today we're going to be talking about one of the heroes of the story, in my opinion, in Final Fantasy IX, and that is Blank. Before we start, please remember to like and subscribe to the channel, it really does help me out. Now let's get on with the video. Blank is one of the more minor characters in Final Fantasy IX. He doesn't get a lot of screen time, however, for me, he's one of the most important to the story. We don't find out loads about Blank's personality. There is a few things that we do find out in the game. For example, that he's Marcus's best friend, and he often calls him bro in the game, which is, I find, quite endearing. Even though he is best friends with Marcus, he does have a very good relationship with Zidane as well. In fact, they have a sort of rivalry with each other in terms of ladies. He is also a really competent fighter. We get to see this in the game as we actually get to play him as a temporary playable character. He's a thief, so he's got really high speed and high physical attack power. Due to playing him at the early stages of the game, we don't get to see too many abilities from him. However, he does have attack, skill and item available to him. One missed opportunity that I feel is that we didn't actually get to have a trance with him. It would have been brilliant to see what his trance was like. We got to see a lot of the other characters, obviously. It would just be brilliant to have more variety in terms of trance. Also, that he couldn't learn support abilities while we got to play with him either, which was a shame. There are a few game mechanical facts that I'm not too sure that everybody knows, so I thought I'd go through them in this video. The first is the fact that any skills that Blank actually uses goes towards the attack power of Zidane's thievery ability. This works regardless if you had the thievery ability already, so you could just level up with him on the earlier stages of the game using him to steal, and it makes Zidane a lot more powerful. The other mechanical fact about him actually is a deterrent from actually levelling him up, however, because he actually shares the same character slot with Amaranth, so his levels carry over. But however, the downside to this is the stats of Blank do not carry over to Amaranth. This means that a high level Blank would make Amaranth actually weaker at the top levels, making obviously the game slightly harder if you use Amaranth as a main character in your party. Now, story-wise, there's a few key places where I think Blank really shines as a character in this game. The first, I would say, excluding obviously the Baku's training mission where you get to train with the rest of Tantalus, which is more of a minor scene, you just get to really meet the characters there, is Blank dueling with Zidane as part of the play. This shows off Zidane's and Blank's friendship really nicely, because it depends on obviously your skill as a player in terms of hitting the right buttons, but it does show that they both got a synergy together and a bit of a playfulness about them. It really did bring Blank out for me. The second part is really where Blank convinces Zidane that he should go and help the princess rather than staying with the group, as he doesn't even put up a fight like Baku does to make sure that obviously he's ready, I assume, is the reason why Baku's doing it more than anything else, because Baku sort of treats Zidane as his son. But I really thought that this was a nice scene from Blank, as I felt that he sort of gave him like his blessing to go out and to help the princess, and I thought that he was really encouraging him, and that's what really pushed Zidane to actually leave. Now, the third scene that I really love about Blank, and probably makes him one of the most important characters in the game in terms of story, is when he gets caught and petrified by the evil forest. Just before this happens, he does chuck the continental map at Zidane, showing the amount of sacrifice that he's willing to go through to help his friends. I found this one of the most touching scenes in the game, and it really did pull on my heartstrings a lot. I just wish we could save him earlier than what we can in the game. As eventually we do get to save him, Marcus returns to the evil forest with the Super Soft and rescues Blank. So what did you guys think of Blank? I personally would have loved him as a playable character in this game. His character really did pull on me for the little amount of time that we got to see him. He really did connect with me. I just wish that we got more, to be honest, and maybe they will do in the animated series. Let me know in the comments down below if you found him an intriguing character. Please remember to like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you for listening.